You know, the one thing that gets under my skin is when propaganda pieces like this get put out, and this gets shared, and this get liked, and this get retweeted, right? Now, in case you don't know, this is a caption that was posted on Instagram about the truth sayers, right? And in this photo, which you see here, are 12 women from Amanda Gorman, Tamron Hall, Tamika Mallory. You got Brittany Packney Cunningham, Michelle Obama, Cleo Wade, Oprah Winfrey, Tarana Burke, Leah Waithe, Gayle King, Lavi Ajayi Jones, and Angela Rye. Now, who died and labeled these people the truth sayers, right? What's up, Superman? These women are not truth sayers. What's up, Stephanie Dews? These women have put on propaganda pieces. They've put on hit jobs going after black men. They've also ignored the same allegations of palm-colored individuals. And in case you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm going to use this as an example. Now, two women on this picture, right, who birds of a feather flock together, right? They were besties, BFFs for a long time. Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King. Now, at the height of the Me Too that's founded by this T-Rex over here in Tyrannosaurus Burke, Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King has made it their mission to go after black men. For example, Oprah Winfrey did that bullshit documentary where she interviewed two known liars and denigrating the name of one Michael Jackson, who she claimed that was her friend, right? Gayle King. She has interviewed multiple women going after black men in regards to sexual assault, whether it been the Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, to R. Kelly, to Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant, because she tried to get Lisa Leslie to throw her best friend Kobe Bryant under the bus when she had damn near 15 years, 16 years to interview Kobe Bryant about those allegations. But she chose to wait until the late great Kobe Bryant passed away in a horrific helicopter accident to interview Lisa Leslie, to try to get Lisa Leslie to throw her best friend under the bus. But these are truth sayers, right? So the funny thing about this, but Oprah and Gayle King don't have the same energy for Harvey Weinstein. And yes, Oprah Winfrey is on a photo kissing that walrus on the side of his face. And if you don't believe me, well, a picture's worth 1,000 words. For all we know, those photos probably got deleted. Ah, there we go. Let's pull it up. These are not truth sayers. They are the feminist group. And if you leave it up to I got a nickname for KRS-One baby sister. She's the masculine feminist. Now, I'm gonna show you a picture of Oprah Winfrey and Harvey Weinstein. Now, Harvey Weinstein is a known sex predator, right? Now, her nasty ass mouth is on that nasty ass face of his, right? She's kissing him on the cheek, but yet she's going after other black men for shit he done. So where's the same smoke from the Aunt Your Mammy? Oh, I know. You're not going to find the same smoke from the Aunt Your Mammy. But she's a true seer, right? See, this is the propaganda piece that, these celebrities put on to try to throw you off the scent. Now, mind you, when the allegations of sexual assault came up from Harvey Weinstein, Oprah Winfrey had nothing to say. They had no interviews. You couldn't interview her. So why is Oprah Winfrey so secretive? Why can't you get an interview with Oprah Winfrey without Oprah Winfrey dictating what kinds of questions get asked if she even grants you an interview with her? She's so quick to interview everybody else, but not so quick to get interviewed herself. Don't y'all find that amazing? Don't y'all find that kind of funny? Someone who's quick to interview other people, quick to put on propaganda pieces and all that, but when it's time for her to get an interview, though, oh, you can't find her. You can't find Gail K. But these are true sayers, right? These are true sayers. Okay, yeah, get the fuck out of here. See, I love doing this shit. I really love doing this, man. Because, these jackasses put themselves out there on a daily basis, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, when these motherfuckers, they so quick to, call themselves, hey, well, you hurt my feelings by, calling me out and all that. You need to really, scale down on you calling people out and all that. Well, this is my response to that, right? If you don't want to get called out, don't put yourself out there. It's simple mathematics. If you don't want to get called out, don't put yourself out there, because people like me will call you out on your shit. Just like if I do something, right? And there'll be people out there that'll be quick to call me out on my shit. And trust me, I can take it just as much as I can dish it out. In what world are these women, our truth says, Amanda Gorman? So let me get this straight. She cuts a poem, right? And it was a bullshit ass poem during Joe Biden's inauguration, sitting up there with that yellow suit or that yellow jacket, looking like a rotten banana with that lifesaver on top of her fucking head. Shout out to the homie Too Raw for TV. But she's a true sayer, right? She put on that propaganda piece in the poem during the inauguration, but yet she's a true sayer, right? This young woman's mind was corrupted by all these legion of bootlicks. And at the front is Oprah Winfrey, the oldest one of the legion of bootlickers. And Samboettes and Coonettes. Tamron Hall, I had high hopes for Tamron Hall. I lost all kind of respect for Tamron Hall. Why would Tamron Hall associate herself with all these jackasses here? Tamika Mallory went on that rant talking about how sexism is worse than racism. How is sexism worse than racism? How? Because people were going after Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris was not qualified to be a vice president. So Tamika Mallory go ignore all the rage and pillage and plunder that Kamala Harris has done as an attorney general and as a district attorney out in California, right? So she's going to ignore all that, but yet she's going to tell you that sexism is worse than racism and that we need to evolve and all that. and she don't trust Joe Biden, but she voted for him. But she's the truth sayer, right? Tarana Burke founded the Me Too movement, right? Now, this is supposed to be across the board. But what we found is her so-called movement was picking and choosing who they wanted to go after. I didn't see them having the same smoke for Woody Allen or Les Moonves. Or who was that guy that hosted the Today Show? What was that guy's name? Matt Lauer, that's his name. They had the same energy for Matt Lauer. Or Charlie Rose. Or Kevin Spacey. Where were their interviews at? So Tyrannosaurus Burke could go kick rocks, right? None of these women is pushing for reparations. None of these women are pushing for black empowerment. You got this woman right here strutting her stuff at the Grammys. Tamika Mallory, that woman right there, the same called activist who's calling for change. You're asking the same people who's been notorious oppressors in Joe Biden, right? The author of the 94 crime bill. She's at the Grammy Awards asking the Biden administration for social change. You can't ask your oppressor to be your savior at the same time. But see, when you're not principle driven, you overlook stuff like that. This is what happens when you are image driven. You say outlandish stuff when you are image driven. You do outlandish stuff if you're image driven. Shout out to Jay's Perspective. Kevin Wedderburn in the building this morning. I appreciate y'all for being up in here today. Why is Angela Rye not pushed for reparations and all that? Huh? You know, you go at her and then she want to come back acting like a fire-breathing dragon and all that, but yet I ain't hear not one word about her pushing for reparations for blacks, right? But if you're an immigrant, I can see why you don't want to push for reparations for black people in America. What's up, Steel Proven? Salute to you. This is nothing more than a goddamn propaganda piece here. There are real black women out here that are pioneers. They are trailblazers. They don't get not nearly the recognition as these fake ass motherfuckers here on this screen here. There are real women out there that deserve more praise, more adulation, and more respect than these jackasses right here. Why isn't Michelle Obama pushed for reparations, right? Her husband, Barack Obama, when he was president, he could have did something about it. Hell, she could have pushed him to do something about it, right? But he chose to do nothing out of the fear of backlash from the white elite. This was the time for Barack Obama to push his agenda when he was president for 8 years. He does nothing about it. And then when he's out of power, that's when he wants to come in 4 years after the fact and talk about, oh, well, we should have reparations for black people, right? Why weren't they at the hearing for reparations and all that? It was headed by Sheila Jackson Lee, another immigrant, right? She's a goddamn immigrant out of Texas. She's a Democrat. She could have easily had Barack Obama, saying something for reparations and whatnot, pushing the agenda for reparations and all that. Michelle Obama too. She got the pull, right? She got the say so. She got the cachet. Why she ain't saying anything for reparations for black people? Oh, I know. Well, we can't have these little people out here on the same level playing field as me, right? Shout out to 501 Shy Boys in the building this morning. These women are not true seers. If anything, they're the propaganda artists. That's what they are. They're the propaganda artists. Their job is to come on TV and put on propaganda pieces to throw you off the scent. What are they told the truth about? Huh? I just trying to figure out what did they tell the truth about. And I'm telling you right now, any feminine come on this platform talking shit, your ass is blocked. I'm giving you fair warning right now before any feminine coming in here trying to, oh, you're attacking black women. You're bringing black women down. Don't come here with that stupid ass bullshit because your ass will get blocked on sight. I promise you that. Now, what do these women here have in common? Oh, I know. They've went out and attacked black men. That's what they've done. And don't let the fact that they've dated some black men over a period of time throw you off the scent. They are against black empowerment. They want to sit up here and talk to you about Oprah Winfrey want to take her ass overseas or wherever she went, or California to interview Meghan Markle, a woman who's never claimed to be black. Not one time did Meghan Markle come out her mouth saying she was a black woman. She said she was biracial. So she cannot come back later on when she get her little moment about her, right? And even then, I'm starting to question that, considering that the Queen of England gave her blessing. So what was it really about? Are you so is Meghan Markle a race baiter now? No, that's not to absolve the royal family, right? That's absolutely not to absolve the royal family. I'm starting to question: was Meghan Markle race baiting when she went on that little 2-hour puff piece of an interview, fawning coverage? She's behind mansion walls with private chefs, private maids, flying in private jets, living in private housing, got money flowing out the asshole, but she's struggling, right? That what Oprah Winfrey wants you to believe. Oh, she got it just as bad as you do, right? Don't even make the same amount of money she made. Not even in the same tax bracket. But yet, Oprah Winfrey wants you to believe that she is just like you. And what the hell was that ankle monitor doing on your leg, Oprah Winfrey? Was that an ankle monitor? What the hell was that on your leg? I noticed you tried to cover it up with your boot. What the fuck was that on your leg? That looked like a goddamn ankle monitor. But anyway, that ain't neither here nor there. These are not true sayers, okay? What are they telling the truth about? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna send a link. You guys can come in. You can tell me what y'all think about this, right? These so-called true seers, right? Well, this supposed to be the Justice League or some shit. This supposed to be like the Super Friends. What the fuck is this? The truth says I definitely don't believe that. And once again, I'm not bashing black women, right? Because there are real black women that's out here that deserves more adulation, more respect, more praise, and more more spotlight.
Yo, what's good, man?
What's up, Superman? Hit him with that kryptonite.
Yo, I hated Oprah Winfrey, man. This is what they do. They victimize black people. They victimize themselves the most, women. But they shit on the black men, mostly black men the most, right? They attack people that get accused, and there's no evidence they raped nobody, right? But when there's
Right.
actual evidence, they don't say nothing. They're like, "Oh yeah, we don't say nothing about this."
They don't
And
apologize. They don't retract their stories or nothing.
and Kamala Harris, bro, like, do you find the election suspicious? That
Well, I don't find the election the general election.
Yeah,
Now how
like
Joe
the
Biden
president
now the
last year.
general election I don't find suspicious. But I find it funny that when Joe Biden
Who did the eulogy of a former KKK member?
yeah. So
And
I
the
find it funny that Joe Biden got ran up to the top of the presidential ticket because considering the fact that Bernie Sanders had the early lead and all that. You know, they basically rigged it for Joe Biden. But anyway, but
but
yeah,
this is what I find
what you
funny.
see here is the Butter Biscuit Brigade, right? These
Oprah
are
Winfrey
the
victimizes herself, and she's a billionaire. She's a black person. She's a black woman that victimizes herself, and she's a billionaire. Think about that.
but she interviewing Meghan Markle, right? And
Mm-hmm.
She want Meghan Markle. Her and Meghan Markle want you to believe that they got it just as bad as we do, despite the
Mm-hmm.
fact they got a private lifestyle. They got a private mansion with green trees and green grass, plus seating, private chefs, private maids, private pilots for a private jet. You know what
But
I'm
let me
saying?
tell you this
Private
about
chauffeur
Obama.
for a private Rolls Royce, right?
Do you know about Obama, right? I always find him overrated because you know why? He barely didn't do nothing.
He haven't done anything. He done more for LGBT than he did for us.
Yeah, facts. If I'm being real, even Trump did more. I think Trump did more for black people, though.
Now,
And it's like,
that's debatable too.
yeah, but Obama just gets me mad the most. This man been you tell me you've been president for 8 years and didn't do nothing for black people. Nothing. You didn't do nothing. That's what got me mad. He really didn't do nothing as president. He was just there to be there, really.
Hey, Jay's perspective. Don't disrespect KRS-One baby sister like that.
I'm
Toronto
done.
social expert.
Michelle Obama, I don't know how I feel about her. I just find her
That's
just
funny. That was funny.
Michelle Obama, I don't know how I feel about her. She's just like Obama. Didn't do nothing.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. These women here are not true sayers. They're not. There's nothing about these women on this picture here that makes you want to get up out your seat and go and defend them, right? If Oprah Winfrey got attacked by a shark tomorrow, right, we'd probably be dancing in the street.
Yep.
Because the head has been cut off the snake. She's been doing Oprah Winfrey doing this buck dancing for years though. She's been buck dancing for years. She's been buck dancing when I was shitting in my Transformer underoos, man.
Yo, I hate Oprah. I just never liked her. She victimizes herself a lot. And then you realize she's a billionaire.
That's not only that, right? Because look at the people that got put on with her. The only person she put on was Gayle King, right? That was black, but Gayle King, running around here looking like Angela Bassett-Hound anyway, right? Gayle King, you run around here with Joe Stephanopoulos money, and yet her feet look like it could strike a match and light some fucking wood on fire. Hey, how about Gayle King takes George Stephanopoulos money, right? Take that George Stephanopoulos money and go see Dr. James Andrews and get them feet worked on.
But let me tell you this about celebrities in general.
Hey, Johnson, I got a doctor's appointment at 8, so Don't worry, you can get. I'm gonna come back later on. I'm gonna give you a chance to cook on this topic because I ain't gonna be done with this topic. I ain't done with this part. This is only part one
Oh,
of these are not true sayers. Oh yeah, we gonna get on this shit. I'm jumping on all their asses feet first. Go ahead.
have a night. About Oprah.
Oprah Gail King, that fecal mouth to Mika Mallory. You know what I'm saying? I'm jumping on her ass too. Amanda Gorman,
Michelle
not
Obama,
around here.
who couldn't do
Like I
nothing,
said, she
but
looked
she
like
was
a
a fool.
goddamn rotten banana with that goddamn yellow jacket on.
Yep. But this is what gets me mad. They use their influence on their social media, so they tell you to vote for this man, to vote for Joe Biden. That's like the worst thing you can ever do. A dude that did the 94 crime bill and did a eulogy of a former Klans member. Like, come on now. Like that's just like, bro. Like how? You vote for a man that's like the worst person you could ever think of, Joe Biden. And what makes it more crazy, this man got 10 million more votes than Obama. And that's sad, man.
Mm-hmm. These women
And
are
that's all I
disgusting.
gotta say, man.
This is disgusting. The way they can sit up here and put that on TV. Beyonce got just as much to do with this shit.
Beyonce, I never liked her music. If I'm being real, I always found her overrated when it came to music.
Now I ain't gonna talk shit about her music because you know she got good music and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So I ain't
I like her music. It's good, but people always compare her like she's the female Michael Jackson. I'm like, y'all tripping now. Don't disrespect Mike like that.
Yeah, don't disrespect Michael Jackson like that now. She will
Like, come
never
on,
be
this
on the
man was
same level
historical
as
in his
Michael
debut
Jackson. I don't
music.
give a fuck what nobody said.
He's the king of pop, hands down. No one's gonna be like him. There's gonna be no singer like him.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, you little Beehive members, I got smoke for all you feminine Beehive members. Yeah, I got smoke for all y'all asses too. You know what I'm saying? You think I give a fuck with what you guys say? No, you guys go come on my channel and comment on my shit because you care what I say. I don't give a fuck what none of you Beehive members say. I don't give a fuck what none of you feminates say. Right? If y'all
Man,
got that
look, how
feminine,
about you bet? If I bet you, right? I bet you, if all these women took a history of Black History test, they'll get an F. I bet you they'll get an F.
probably.
Like if they took a Black History test, they'll get an F. I bet you that.
Like I said before, there's women out there. There are women out there that's on the front line doing real work, and they get undervalued, underappreciated. And yet, you got these jackasses up here that smile in front of the camera, talk about look all this work I'm doing for the black community. We're the truth sayers. No, y'all the butter biscuit brigade. That's what y'all are. So anybody that's gonna watch this video, don't take what I say out of context. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to how I'm saying it. Listen to what I'm saying. Now I put out many examples of how these women out here put out lies about black men, going after black men while ignoring the white counterparts that get involved in the same shit. Tell you for all intents and purposes, you must. They couldn't put Kamala Harris' name up there. That's one reason why Kamala Harris' name was in on there. They couldn't put her name on there.
Kamala Harris, I don't know how did she became famous. I don't know how. She just came out of nowhere.
Who?
Kamala Harris. She was just those famous that just came out of nowhere.
Well, I tell you, I tell you what it was. When the whole George Floyd incident happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, the establishment was like, well, we got to have a black woman as a vice president and all that, right? Now, I tell you right now, Kamala Harris was not their first choice. She wasn't. Kamala Harris was not their first choice. She just happened to be the only choice. But this is my problem with that, right? When people were getting on Amy Klobuchar's neck, for all, no pun intended, when people were going after her for her record and her failure to go after Derek Chauvin after Derek Chauvin essentially killed George Floyd, right? Kamala Harris out in California, She was locking black men
Lock
up,
up 1,000 black
using
men.
technicalities to keep them locked up, right? Meanwhile, her goddamn forensics person can, fuck around and tamper with evidence and all that, where 600 cases get overturned. Did she do jail time? No.
Nope.
Did Kamala Harris get prosecuted and jailed for getting involved in prosecutorial misconduct? See, they want to go after people who engage in sexual misconduct, but the same smoke ain't getting applied. These motherfuckers out here getting practicing prosecutorial misconduct. I'm talking about from judges to the lawyers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's prosecutorial misconduct. You out there wrongfully convicting people and shit like that, you should get punished the same way as if the person actually did it.
Actually works. All these women right there we seeing right now, they should all be in prison right now.
Doctors who engage in malpractice, right? Why aren't they getting fired? Why aren't they getting prosecuted? Right? And the reason why I'm bringing all this up because this shit happens on an inconsistent basis. When we talk about systemic racism in America, right? There's two systems here in play. There's other things in play as well that don't get talked about. But these women that's on this screen here are the truth tellers, right? They're the truth sayers, right? What truth?
They're the lie sayers.
They're the
They
lie
just victimize
tellers.
themselves.
The lie tellers, the Butter Brisket Brigade, the fucking the Justice League of Feminists, whatever you want to call them, right?
Feminism's so toxic. Modern feminism's so toxic, man. I just don't like it. Politics and the politics, they just give me a headache, man. They give me a headache. It's like, man, that's why I don't like politics. That's why I never really talk about it like that. It's just like, it just gives me a headache. I'm independent. I never voted and I never will. They just give me a headache. Politics is just dirty people, pretty much. That only cares about is power. They don't care about you, nobody but power. And it's sad.
Yeah. But they'll sit up here and lie to you. They'll sit up here and lie to your face all goddamn day. These are not truth sayers, right? Don't let the media mislead you. Watch what you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Johnson, you right though. These are facts, but the way you put that was funny as hell. But yeah, man, I got to get on up out of here.
Let me tell you this about feminism, man. Let me tell you this about men. Men and women are completely different people. We're equal, but we're not the same. Do you know this? Do you know when Joe Biden made transgenders can play women's sports now? That's gonna kill women's sports. Because
yeah, see, I don't. Yeah,
and women, they're gonna dominate. They're gonna break records.
Yeah, see, that's that bullshit right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because imagine if LeBron decided, you know what? Imagine if LeBron decided, I want to be a woman and let me play women's NBA. Man, this man will break every record. This man will break old Wilt's record in the women's NBA.
I don't want. All right, first of all, that's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. So I don't want you to imagine that. But yeah, that's some bullshit. Man. That right there is some bullshit. But hey, I gotta get up out of here. I got an appointment here in 5 minutes, so
gotta go, man. Have a nice day.
I gotta bounce. You too, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute you for coming in. All right. Hey y'all, I ain't done yet. Let's go continue later on today. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. This your boy. Scream at me.